Hola, buenos días a todos. Espero que su día vaya muy bien. Esta es la segunda parte de la retroalimentación para el examen. Vamos a hablar ahora de comparativos y superlativos y expresiones indefinidas y negativas. Veo aquí, teníamos dos tablas. En la primera parte teníamos frases relativas a comparaciones. En la primera pregunta era una pregunta relativamente sencilla. Lo único que tenían que escoger eran las frases que tuvieran sentido. En este caso, la tasa de éxito, so the success rate in the first question was really high. But it was a consistent error in selecting this option, and this is something bad. Says, el Hotel Intercontinental es más carísimo que el Hotel Nutibara. Guys, remember that superlatives are not comparatives, okay? Más carísimo does not exist. It's not gonna happen. Es más caro que, one, or es carísimo, but not más carísimo que, because superlatives are not comparatives. Yeah, the other errors were like around the around different answers, like for example, discoteca Palmaía es más tan cara cara tan el eslabón prendido. The little trick there was más cara tan. So I went for that error just for you to remember that tan is a comparative of equality. It's not a comparative of inequality as it is then in English, because I guess that's where the some of the errors were. And los restaurantes del centro de la ciudad son menos baratísimos tanto como los del occidente. Again, as the sentence about Intercontinental is like baratísimo. Baratísimo is a superlative. It's not a comparative, so that's not the way to go. Okay? Let me see what goes next. Is the okay, the sentences. All of the sentences were graded with a magnifying glass. So if you have questions about the points that you got there, feel free to send me an email and asking me about your answers and how they missed the mark. In general, I saw like it was an advantage if you had your book next to you, because it gave you the opportunity to remember how rigid these structures are. The only thing I need to say about the sentences, and I think it is something important to remember, is that tan is only a comparative of equality for adjectives. Okay? For all the other comparatives, you always need to use tanto, tanta, tantos, tantas. Okay? Next question. This was very successful. Kudos to most of you on the question on the drop downs for the conversation. You did really well. You did really well. The only error that I see that is kind of pervasive at this point is the one about the use of ningún. Okay, that was there are still some errors there. Remember, masculine singular noun. In no other cases are you going to use ningún in your for as a negative word. And at the end, you put the we had the answers to the questions in negative ways. Just one thing. Again, you had you gave answers. I gave you my. I looked at them with a magnifying glass, but again, I don't have a piece of paper just to mark your errors. So if you want to know how I graded your own, send me an email, make an appointment, and we can go through all of your exam together. All right. One thing about the answer to question number 3, because this is where I saw the most errors, is creo que Afganistán es siempre seguro para viajar. ¿Tú qué crees? So, you es siempre seguro, and this is probably something that we could have worked if we were in a classroom, but I didn't deduct any points because of this. Es siempre seguro is, and it's kind of my problem because it's an idiom and it's very ingrained in most of Latin American culture to put es siempre instead of siempre es. So some of you answered basically in that same line, but es nunca seguro is Spanish because you say it's never safe. So just to correct my own mistake, in order to correct some of the mistakes you made, just keep in mind that we say nunca es seguro, not es nunca seguro. Again, I didn't deduct any points because of it, because I think that the rest of the sentence, if you use nunca or jamás, nunca, jamás, same thing, you're covered. Okay? I'm going to continue grading your exam today because I'm still going through writer's block. I'll let you know about what I'm doing right now soon. But other than that, keep up the good work. This section was traveling, I know, but not traveling to the point that you are not, that you like underperform. So keep up the good work, and I'll probably post my next video later today. Okay? Have a good day, everyone.